Hey guys, welcome. It's gonna be just us today, but welcome to the stream. Welcome Bosco. Welcome Phillips Guzman. Long campaign. Only catch the stream. Welcome. I'm glad you're able to come. What's your favorite moment without getting spoilery? What's your favorite moment in the campaign? You know, hoping to do some work on my list of subclasses this weekend. Sweet. Which subclasses are you working on? Corey attending in chat? Maybe. I don't know. He might be lurking. That's a possibility. I know that Corey and Scott had some other engagements today. So wishing a enjoyable day and happy birthday to those who are having a birthday today. Let's see. Make sure everything's there. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Paladin subclass and revamping my flavor bard again. Sweet. Give me just a second. I'm going to move some of these around and hopefully I don't cover the camera too much. I just want to be able to see your guys' chats a little bit easier, so that way I can do my due diligence. So the toy, oh, that's me. So I've got it up over on this screen. Right now I'm running solo, so we're doing all the things. So Yep. How's your guys' week? And I say guys as inclusively. So your people's, your everyone's. How's everyone's week? Line art sketch. Gotta get myself warmed up here. This week, I think I'm pretty excited for you guys to see it. We got some upcoming episodes that are pretty exciting. Last night we actually got to try out the Pathfinder system, so that was pretty cool. Seeing some of the different ways things work and function, and it was something that I had not done before, so it was pretty cool. So the flavor bard, Bosco, what are you wanting to do with it? What are your ideas? Is it top secret? Can we know? You can jump right in there. Double duty. Yeah. Small steps in the house. 3D printed 2 of my players' characters. Nice. And my wife and I, we actually looked at, speaking of houses, we looked at a house down south of us, and it was actually an old farmhouse, and I was like, oh man, that'd be really nice. But thankfully it's under contract because I hate moving. Season 1, when you guys freed one of the founders of the 8 Rings, that whole fight was so cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like the freezing and unfreezing time. Yeah, that was really fun. And the whole DM revealed that you guys were basically danced around the trap. Oh yeah, that's the worst as a DM when you're like, I have this elaborate trap, and then your players somehow are able to circumvent all of them. Let's get on the right line art layer here. Is that the right one? Yes. Okay. Make this a little bit smaller. I like the texture that it's giving. I think I'm gonna make it maybe a little bit more ink-like. Definitely your all-time favorite. Good. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like I loved what he did with that. Because like the initial kind of sketch of what the paragons were and like what they did and how they interacted. It was a fun thing to write, and then when Corey was able to incorporate them, and seeing her like be still alive was just like, oh my gosh, like this is cool. That was a lot of fun. Bosco will publish the finished one in the group chat. Watspots is helping me proofread. Good. That's gonna be awesome. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna tell my daughter to take the dogs out. All right. Saved you from the whimpers of the little Yorkie. Yeah, those ones are fun. There was one recently that I don't know. I like any of them with hijinks in them, especially when it's like you get out with the skin of your teeth, and as players, it causes you to kind of stretch. One of the ones that I really enjoyed was kind of the Bouth fight. I don't know how, without getting too spoilery. If you know what Frouth and Bouth means, then you know which episode I'm talking about. Let's kill that, because I don't want that going off. Yeah, there's definitely some intriguing story points there. Deus Ex Machina moment when the certain kobold 2 episodes ago. Some big bad in single round. Yes. Oh, you're talking. Is it the one you're talking about where they did like where Cerdon did basically a sonic boom against the giant frog hemoth slad creature? I have it in my head, but I can't remember his name. And then he came back later for more. It was pretty awesome. I'll try and keep it not too much spoilery. Ooh, Bouth, yeah. Yeah, I like the hijinks, and honestly, that's my favorite part of D&D in general, is just the kind of silly stuff that you'd never be able to encounter in a traditional video game sense. Makes a lot of fun. Yeah. Pretty cool. So, if this is your first time coming to the streams, some of the things we like to do, we'll have some different topics. Usually we'll have some different kind of not user generated, but for the chat, we have some prompts and things that we want to try and to incorporate and build into some of the things that we're painting. Today is no different. There are some things that you can see here in the front that we want to kind of get to. We have a Kitsune Samurai, Elf Forest Warrior, the Halfling with a pan, Patsy with a red and a gelatinous cube with a hat in it, some other things. So I'll need you guys' help in kind of filling in the details for some of these characters. I believe some of you had actually recommended them last week, so we will get to those here in just a little bit. I'm just going to try and hopefully get this shored up a little bit more as far as the character design goes, as far as the line art. But this is a Twig Blight Kaiju was the prompt from last week, so we kind of running with it. Oscar's favorite Aneria episode so far was the jailbreak ones. Yeah, those are so much fun. They're so much fun. And are you referring to a certain recent jailbreak? That was pretty fun. See, the Frog Hemoth one was what I was thinking of. Yeah. Halfling with a pan. I love it. Yes. So we're going to get all the things in here. All right. And we're going to get some more of these. I'm thinking maybe this will be like kind of a large, kind of gnarly, what are those trees that have like the very deep impressions on the... Yes, Sheffling is all powerful. Yes, that's right. He who gives food gives life. And he who gives life can take life, right? Anybody been playing any new characters this week? I know we've got a couple of character concepts that are being worked on. We've got a couple of campaigns that folks are taking part in. And if anybody is looking for some groups to play with, I know that there's a couple of folks that are trying to coordinate some stuff in the LFG chat in the Discord. So if you want to check that out, you know where it is. It should be in the description below if you're not familiar, but I think most everybody here is familiar at least where to find that information. So, man, this kind of looks like it doesn't have skin. I'm not sure. It's kind of creeping me out. Yeah, like I'm trying to think about how to describe it. It's like the bark of the tree is just like normally you'll have the bark of the tree that's just kind of rough and you can kind of texture. These ones have like deep valleys and stuff in it, and I can't remember what type of tree it was or what type of trees they are, I should say. But I think that like that old kind of gnarled and weathered look without making it look decrepit and decayed. That's what I'm kind of gonna shoot for here. Hopefully give him that well-aged treant slash Twig Blight Kaiju look. It does. I agree with I think it was Casey last week. Casey in the chat that said it looked a lot like a xenomorph, and I can definitely see that. Yeah, tendony wood. But willows aren't a bad idea. Like the kind of that weeping willow kind of pattern. It's kind of what I was thinking for his chin, is some kind of like a moss or something to kind of like droop off of his chin. Sitanaka Joe says, I am having to change up my build for upcoming Norse mythology camp. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I love Norse mythology. I get to play, and I was originally to be a Hexadin, but our cleric wants to be an arcane blaster now. Ooh, that can be a lot of fun. It's hard to kind of balance the parties and get them going. In the Pathfinder campaign, this is Hush Hush, not really Hush Hush. There's no spoilers here, but I actually got to play a bard again for the first time. I don't know, it's probably since Taserface back in the 10K celebration for D4 days. So it feels good to get back to the roots. The cook never had to take the bus home. Hey, Brian. Yeah, I agree. Like when in video games, always tip your healer. As long as you tip the healer, you won't be without. What do you think the natural predator for... It's a secret. Sorry. No, Mr. Rogers, he found me. Everybody run. It's Dallin. Hey, Dallin. If you haven't checked him out, Dallin has a review on a character, a Pathfinder character, if anybody's interested, that I thought was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to watch. Go check him out on his channel. Yeah, it's super, super secret. You guys are the first maybe to know. I can't remember if we've announced on others, but it's a lot of fun. You can call me the Spider-Man of Tales of Aneria. I'm not very good at keeping secrets. Or Tom Holland, I guess, is probably a better, more apt description. Keep it secret. Keep it safe, Mr. Frodo. Oh, I don't have any music going. That's why it's so quiet. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get some stream beats up here. Over here, stream beats. There we go. So tonight's musical, I don't know what I'm going to call it, ensemble, is going to be provided by Stream Beats by Harris Heller. So thank you to Stream Beats. Let's go ahead and find a good playlist to throw on here. And I apologize, I can't see the chat for just a second while I get this up. So if you're typing something, I will be back to it in just a moment. All right, so we've got 4 here. Let's roll a D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's roll a D4. Somebody roll me a D4 IRL, and that will choose our musical selection for the evening. Ribcage pushes over the edge to the xenomorph. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's like that kind of, what do you call it? The distended? No, what is it? When your stomach is going inwards, it's very like corpse-like. I agree with that. And then this really long kind of head. What I was thinking is more like a log, and I was going to try and have like a bunch of branches coming off the back of it. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see if it ends up that way. Who knows? Bosco says, I have an invisibility character. Not that they can cast invisibility spell. It's just non-existent. I like it. This is the kid's real power and potential of the Twilight Cleric. Ooh. Yeah, that'll be cool. I do love Twilight Clerics. Although, one of my favorite characters from a cleric's perspective I've ever played to date is still my Death Domain cleric. She was a lot of fun. And Dallin, I think Dallin and his storytelling and sealed the deal for me on that one. It was a lot of fun. He knows I'm a sucker for martyr stories, so thank you, Riley. I try my best. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. As with everything, I think that we all have our good days and bad days with the things that we love doing. Today feels like a good day. And that's mostly because y'all are here. Oh, don't get sappy. Don't you start crying. I'm not crying. Bosco says, we did get some amazing news recently. Our family will soon be +1. Oh, congratulations, Bosco. Everybody, let's get some little squiddies in the chat. Or whatever your favorite emoji is in celebration for the new halfling on the way for Bosco. That is super exciting. Congratulations. Tanaka Joe putting up chicken, grabbing eggs. And I think what you mean, Tanaka Joe, by putting up egg or getting eggs is actually you are mining for gold because of how much they're worth right now. Let me see if I can do it. Nope. I'm going to see if I can get a squiddy in the chat. Squid. There we are. Yeah, that's so exciting. Are you guys gonna, so on the note of having a new +1 added to the family, player, I guess which child is this? Is this first child? You're gonna have to remind me. Is player 2 joining the fray? Or are we gonna have to get more controllers? Not player 2, I guess player 3. Your third first? Oh, that's so exciting. Are you guys gonna wait to find out what the gender is? Or I guess the biological sex of the kiddo? Or are you guys gonna keep it a surprise? Knocker Joe, be aware the way most of our eggs last weekend made over $90. Dang! That's crazy. No, she's impatient. Yeah, I feel that too. I was pretty impatient. I'm the type of husband that I have a really hard time waiting for Christmas, and other gifts, and I'm really bad at it. Ever since we've been married, we've always had like open Christmas presents early, all that fun. So, curious question. I've had a couple of friends that had issues with their chickens not laying eggs, and then when they changed their feed, it was fine. Are you having the same issue? Or it sounds like yours are still producing just fine. Have you seen any fluctuation in the chicken feed? Because I'm thinking it might have just been, they might have been adding fillers or something, or changed the recipe. I really would love to have a little plot of land, have some chickens, have some goats or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Well, fun. It'd be a lot of work, but my grandma did, and I've always enjoyed that myself, that kind of farm mentality. We already have our names picked out too. Ooh, girl Liliana. That's beautiful. Ronan Theodore. Oh, that is a strong name. I love that. Those are both solid names. I love it. Ronan. Ah. When I was a kid, that was there was a Ronin anime that I used to watch. Really loved it. You've taken home 6 halflings yourselves? Congrats. Yeah, it goes fast. I've only got 3 halflings myself, but or perhaps with my. All right, you guys don't. Yeah. Where's that at? There it is. Liliana Kit. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, I gotta get the Twitch up so I can see the Twitch chat because I can't see it right now. There we go. Still your only child. Yeah, I feel that. It's like my there's some that like to self-deprecate and say that they're counted as one of the children of their wives, and I'd probably count myself among them because I know that I'm pretty lackadaisical. I'm pretty. I don't know. Some people might look at it as immature in my hobbies, but I say you only live once and enjoy life. Doesn't need to be so serious. Local mill we use? Good. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad because that's something that I really want to get more into. We've done. We usually buy a half cow or half heifer, and with a. I was thinking about doing a pig as well this year, just so that we have some food stores because meat and everything else is just prices are going crazy. But I also feel like that you get better quality meat from the locally sourced stuff, and I just want to support my local businesses. And Joe has enough halflings to have a small adventuring party. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can have your own entourage, gallivanting about at the Ren Fair or anywhere else you decide. Quail is delicious. Ooh. Quaterny quail kept in most urban areas. I'm going to add that. Do you, Chinagar Joe, do you mind shooting me that in a Discord message? I don't know if it'll let you, but if you could, I would be very grateful. I don't have anything to write it down per se right now, but I would love to look at it. I think we can have chickens where I'm at. I know you can't keep bees because my neighbor actually was a beekeeper for their garden, which I loved. And then one of the neighbors was stupid about it and said they were a menace. They weren't hurting nobody. They were helping my garden a lot. And I was really mad. But such is life. I'm sure the person had a reason. Maybe they were allergic. I don't know. I just put that there. I have some of this. Not sure what to do with the shoulder here. It kind of feels like he's a little bit whatever. I know, bees are the best. Like, I mean, if they brought in like wasps or something, like screw wasps. But bees are the best. They're like the little bumblebee butts crawling in and out of all my plants, making all the delicious vegetables in my garden. I am all for the bees. Bees are friends. They make food. Let's see. I have a thing for honey. Oh, yes, honey. Have you ever, like, I'm sure you have, but whenever you bake some bread, at the very end, you get a little bit of honey and you put it on top and just baste it across and let it bake just a little bit. And then it gives it that little crystally, like a crust. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. Party game with 3 of them. Oh, nice. That's the way to do it. And unfortunately for mine, Sophia and them, we haven't played the last couple years, but we'll get back to it.
What?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Are you talking about that D&D? When we do D&D?
Yep, when we do D&D on the New Year's Day or New Year's Eve.
I remember that time when we did that rat one. I was like acting like I was following along.
The rat one, yeah, where there was the were rat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like telling him he was a rat.
Yeah, that was creepy. Sometimes you play creepy campaigns. So in case you haven't noticed, I know that she's probably played in some of the back ones, but she is very into the creepy occult games. Frank Cummins, I thought bees were a thing in your part of the world. Yes, I know. It's true. It's true. Here in the state, it is the beehive state. So it's supposed to be like everybody's busy like bees and works together in harmony, but apparently local, at least in my neighborhood, we have locals being all humbug about the bugs. All right, let's give this a little more. I'm gonna fill that in. Just start bringing some shapes forward. Because right now I'm feeling this edge. Something about his face is just flat for me still. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got some stuff. We got some stuff to do. I think I'm probably gonna end up covering this with some foliage. We're probably going to give him some greenery similar to this. Like, you know, maybe this guy stumbled across him in a grove, sat on a tree stump that he thought was a tree stump, and ta-da, it's a kaiju. A sleeping kaiju. Do that with your yeast rolls. Oh, that sounds... Oh. I love it. That and, like when you're having oats, or if you're having... cracked wheat. I feel like I'm saying that weird, but yeah, the cracked wheat is put a little bit of sugar or a little brown sugar, a little bit of honey on it. Oh, it's my favorite. Honey ham, all the things. So your yeast rolls, those are just like completely from scratch. I do love a good roll from scratch. I'm lazy usually when it comes to rolls. We use Rhodes. Yeah, Rhodes I think is what RHODES. It's some kind of like frozen package. Or just with a spoon. Oh, have you ever tried? So I've seen those TikToks where they'll eat the honey and the honeycomb, like it's in a jar and they pull it out and. Have you ever tried that? I just feel like it would be really waxy. I haven't tried it yet, but I just feel like it would be waxy. I would love honeycomb with something, but definitely not by itself. I actually think I had some down south in a city called Provo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with college sports, but there's a city in Utah called Provo that they have like a bunch of creameries down there. And they had one that had, I believe it had the honey, it was honeycomb ice cream and it had chunks of honeycomb in it. It was really good. You got a whole block in the cabinet. It's honey gum. Oh man. That was so good. Another fun unrelated fact. My great grandfather used to be a beekeeper and he was deathly allergic. But I don't know if that was like his way of living YOLO or he just loved it. Hold on, I gotta... Discord keeps bleeping at me. Let's make sure we don't have... There we go. Okay. Got Tanaka Joe. Thank you. Make sure there wasn't an emergency. Sounds like mom's calling Sophia. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Thank you. That's perfect. Yes, rolls from scratch. Got a little black book with your handwritten recipes. Ooh, those are the best. Especially if like family recipes. There's like my wife's family is Italian. And there were some things that like I had never opened my eyes to, and one of those things were delightful cheeses until we were married. And you know I like Italian, but man, if you haven't had like chunks of Romano or Asiago or any other kind of cheese in the bottom of your sauce, no, tell her that we have Pizza Hut. Tell her that we have Pizza Hut on the counter.
I told her that.
Okay, cool. We're not going to talk about it right now. So, anyway. Yeah, I was lazy tonight. I didn't cook anything. I just ordered pizza. Yeah, there's I have a friend that she shares with me a bunch of her dad's recipes. They have a Chinese restaurant that they own, and some of these authentic. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Some of the recipes that she sent me, those kind of like passed down, like handcrafted home style recipes. You can't beat them. Like I don't care where you go. I have yet to find any that are even remotely as good. So let's see. Let's pull that up. I think at the end of this, we'll probably end up coloring some of these line arts too, or like the lines themselves. But just right now, trying to get a feel for the form. Make it up as we go. I've been lazy, just busy. Always cook for myself, but this week bread and church. Oh man, you guys. I didn't know that we were gonna have a full-on food word I can't say on YouTube that I'm aware of. That's like my downfall. I mean, especially anything after probably 9:00 p.m. my time is when all of the ads come out for Food Network and the TikToks with all the delicious food. Oh, so good. And when there's very few things in life that can hit as hard as fresh baked bread with freshly spreaded butter, like real butter, and like a strawberry preserve or some kind of like fruit jam on top. Oh, so good. So good. Chinese your favorite food. Standard American fare can get boring after a while. I agree. Yeah, it's burgers, fries, some of the other stuff. It's like, you can get them every so often, but just hits different. And I am one that does put a lot of MSG in other things that I cook, so I'm a big MSG fan. So I am a fan of the umami. Sushi all day. That's right, Mr. Rogers. Deviled egg talk show. 22 eggs tonight. Ooh. So do you guys water glass your eggs, or how do you store your eggs? I've only heard of water glass. I haven't done it myself, but I've only heard of water glassing because I do follow some homesteaders on the Tick Talks, and it's one of my dreams later in life to just go off the grid and enjoy nature with good internet because I'm a pansy. All right, so I think we're getting in a good place there. I need to figure out what to do up here. Really not quite sure yet. We'll see if we can sneak up on it, and maybe it'll surprise us. Maybe it'll turn out horribly. We'll find out. Sushi is great. Eel and mackerel are your favorite. Keep the bloom on the eggs. They keep on the counter for 10 plus days. Perfect. Yep. That's the way to do it. I thought the water glassing was interesting too, because they say that they can last like a ridiculously long time. Where one of the guys I follow, he's still using some of his duck eggs from springtime. Yeah, my favorite. I don't know what's okay. So on that subject, when we're talking about sushi, what is your favorite sushi roll and why? And I'd say mine. I really like Vegas rolls, and Godzilla rolls is what they call them here. I'm sure that that's some kind of local whatever. Then it's a little bit different everywhere, but essentially you have your avocado, you have your spicy mayo, you have a little bit of a tempura on the outside, nice kind of crispy outsides, and then you've got, I think it's cucumber in there, and then just a little bit of I'm not big on this little fish eggs. I can't remember what they call it, but I'm not huge on those. It's a texture thing, but oh, so good. I love it. Love to have a space for garden, a few chickens. Apartment life sucks. Yeah, I agree with that, Bosco. I feel you. It's one where it's like it's a necessity, but it'd be nice until it's like negative degrees outside and you have to worry about keeping things alive. See, Brian, I missed yours. Sorry. Let me go back. Mr. Rogers says, ultimate dream is to buy a rundown castle in the middle of nowhere and host D&D. I 100% agree. Dallin, I'm telling you, if we find one, we should all go in on it, and then we each get a wing, and then we just host D&D all the time. I would love that. Middle of the month is my adulting week. Bills, shopping, prescriptions, haircuts. First haircut since July. Nice. And trying to write D&D campaign, not knowing when and if the players are going to. Oh, that's the worst. That's the one for me. The imposter syndrome can hit hard sometimes when you're just like, are they enjoying it? Like, are they going to come? And I know, and 90% of the time, it's usually just because life is life. But man, it can be rough when getting everyone together. Tobiko, yes. Bosco, I would like to. Oh, well, I'm going too far. Bro. Egg sushi is good, and I think it's called tamango. Yes, deal. Yes. I'm telling you, man. That would be the life. And I would even be okay being a Samwise Gamgee. I enjoy taking care of grounds. What are you doing outside that window, Samwise Gamgee? Ikura, salmon eggs, yes. Super white tuna, oh, toro, salmon. Sashimi, ooh. I bet my wife loves sashimi. I'm not big on sashimi, but she loves it. It does sound delicious though. Original player invited to a nice Canadian couple who haven't rolled up your characters. Okay. I can't go full in the next thing. Oh, that can be really hard. Or even when you build a big kind of like plot hook into it, and either they don't have. I had that happen with one of mine, and it was a doctor and his wife who was a lawyer, and they were invited, and it was a fun time. It was brilliant. Like, they did a great job, and I think they got into the role play a lot more than I thought they would, but they just didn't end up having time. So I felt bad because I had to like ice their characters. Not necessarily kill him, but just like I had to put him somewhere else in this dungeon. It was in the Tomb of Annihilation, so it's like, I don't know where you're going to go. You're just going to sit by the front door. It's definitely fun to be able to have people inviting others to the game. Let's see. What would a torso look like for... Trying not to get too descriptive down there. All right, let's work on a different part of this. We'll let let's try and creep up on us. If you guys have ideas in the meantime, go ahead and throw them out. Let's jump into one of these other sections. We're going to jump into the foreground characters. This to be continued. It's this one right here. I'm going to pull that one out. And we're going to go ahead and do line art. We're going to go ahead and group those so it's easy to find. We're going to go ahead and put these in there as well. Perfect. Okay. All right, that's how I move. Tanaka, unfortunately, I developed an allergy to avocado in early 20s. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's like me. I would feel like if I got an allergy to strawberries, onions, or garlic, that would be really rough. My existing players and peanuts, because I love peanut butter. My existing players had already decided to go visit Candlekeep, which I did not see coming. Nice. So you have to like explain, okay, you're here. This is what it is. Ooh, Mark Holmes. I haven't seen that one. You have any links to share? You're welcome to share them. If it doesn't let you, me or Dallin probably could fix it, but there's that. Did I close it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just had to make sure we had the other chat open too. Bananas too, both in this plant family. Really? I didn't. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Joe. Touche. Okay, Mamakato. Can't say strawberries without me tearing up for the Last of Us episode. Oh, Dallin. Now I've got a word association. If you have not watched The Last of Us, it is a very faithful adaptation from my perspective. And my review is, if you enjoy the human condition and understanding people and why they do things, I think it's a great show. It's wonderful. I loved it. I played the game. I haven't gotten very far in it, but I played the first little bit of the game, and it was like a lot of those shots were like frame for frame, and I was there for it. I loved it. So it does make you think, though. So if you haven't seen it, I think it's in the first 10 minutes, to give a baseline for anybody who's unfamiliar with the franchise. Essentially, it's just what are those kind of plants called? Not plants, the mushrooms, the fungus. What is that specific type of fungus called that takes over ants? Yeah, we missed him. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Rogers. Riley, the gang, everybody. Oh, we're on the wrong layer. That's why. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to draw. I don't draw the backs of heads very often. Now, before we get into this, what do you suppose? This is going to be a chat decides. Do you think everyone would be sitting there watching, just being like, we told them not to go. We told them not to split the party. Or do you think that they would be doing something else, engaging in the fight, doing something? What do you guys think? How do you think the characters that are watching this transpire as this poor tiefling sorcerer or warlock or wizard tries to cast fireball and get out of this predicament, being in the clutches of a sentient kaiju Twig Blight? Cordyceps, that's the one. Thank you, Dallin. Also, Dallin has a review on his page. Again, plug. If you want to go check it out, Dallin always does a great job in taking an objective view of the different pages and what his opinion is. So I think he does a great job. The game, watch this video. I'm hoping Ashley Johnson. I do too. I really hope Ashley Johnson gets a cameo, because as much like the younger gal, she is a great Ellie. I still do, in my heart of hearts, it still feels like Ashley Johnson takes the cake on that. So at least having a cameo would be really great. Passing a bag of gold is one of them. Bet on this is happening. I like this, Joe. Halfling Cook is absolutely leading the charge to help his oven. I mean, Tiefling Pyromancer. Okay, so maybe they're here to get firewood, right? And as you said, the halfling with the pan that's holding it up in the air, Breakfast Club style. He's ready to lead the charge to get this kindling. Pull those in. Okay, so let's start with the halfling. Got a pan here. Where are we at? Where's my... It's gonna be hard to see down here. So let's try a different color, different value that's a little easier to see. Yeah, that'll work. This is one thing I do wish in Photoshop. I'm just gonna use the shape. We're gonna cheat a little bit here because I don't want to sit and draw a circle 100 times. There we go. You select. You saw nothing. I totally drew that by hand. If anyone asks. I guess my hand was controlling the mouse, so it still works. 2 to 1. He don't make it. All right. Your bet's on. Them cakes ain't gonna bake themselves. That's right. My favorite quote from one of my college professors was that you can't frost the batter. You always have to bake the cake first. And I found that to be true in a lot of things. Let's see, these handles usually flare out at the bottom, I feel like. If they don't, whatever, this is my world. This is our world. We're creating it. We're bringing it to life. We're just going to do that for now. That'll make it a little easier. I'm going to do a different layer just to keep those separate. We're going to jump in here. All right, halfling. Gender or hair color. I guess long hair, short hair. It's not really important gender from behind, but double or nothing. He fireballs it. Okay, so let's say the elf and the kitsune are doing. Let's look. Let me make sure I got that right. Yes. So I'm gonna say these two. I'll be kind of conversing about it, seeing what's going on. Let's actually tone this down. Characters. Bring this down to 50%. All right. So let's do. I'm gonna do some more scribbles here. Foreground characters. There's gonna be more kind of sketchiness. So forgive me for a minute while we get some basic shapes in here. I'm gonna kind of have this nose. They're looking at each other. This direction. This guy's looking over this way. Fox, kitsune. I need to look at a fox face. I want to say they're more kind of like slender, not as tall. Tall makes it look more canine. It's really hard to see on that one, so maybe let's knock. I'm gonna put some of this behind it just so we have something to see against. I'm gonna drop this to 50%. There we go. We can see a little bit better what we're doing. What we're working with. So his ear is gonna, ear's gonna kind of be going back this way. Maybe he's kind of putting his arm on him. No. How would he be doing it? Like, arm back. They're shaking hands. And this one, he's got a bag of gold in this hand. Let's do that. He's doing it. He's doing it. Half beret. Okay, not a Chiefs hat. Or sorry, chef's hat. Chiefs. Apparently I've got the Super Bowl on my mind. Which doesn't happen, by the way. I'm not a big sports fan, but go Chiefs. The curly blonde hair except escaping around the edges. All right. Okay, I like it. I like it. Muzzles are hard, I agree. A trench coat and a beret fits. So we've got these and fox ears, I want to say, are more. Nope. All right, let's get some. Let's look at this up. Fox face. There we go. Yeah, it's really skinny, and then it goes on the outside. How's that go again? Not quite that tall. This is a little bit too tall. And my son is super excited. He got a Optimus Prime transforming thingamajig that is 1,000% cooler than any and all yeah, that's what it is. It's the bottom part. That's what makes it look more nimble. Any and all Transformers I've ever had in my life, because you push a button and it transforms. It's not as cool as the one Scott got, but it is. My wife found it for my kid, and it's pretty freaking cool. Not gonna lie. Kind of Anubis-y. All right. Oh, I didn't get stream beats up. All right. We're gonna go with Pixel. Go. Too loud. There we go. How's that, guys? Is that too loud? Too quiet? You tell me. Alchemist Prime. Where are you?
Alchemist?
No, not Full Metal Alchemist. Speaking of which, anybody watching it currently? Anyone finished it currently? Recently? Looking at you, Rye. Looking at you, Dallin. So it's no question that we all kind of message each other and talk and whatever outside of this. But whenever I try and write Dallin's name using my the speech to text feature on my phone, it always autocorrects Dallin's name to Darling. So today I told him, hey, if I ever call you Darling, just know it was because I didn't proofread my text. Joe said Anubis, and my brain immediately went to the Expanse. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no, Naki. Alright, so these Vulpine form. I assume this samurai would have the more Vulpine form rather than being in like a human form. I don't remember who recommended it to us last week. I know it was somebody's character. And I'm gonna have to adjust that, but it's okay. We're just gonna get, like I said, we're trying to get basic gestures here. We're doing kind of gesture drawings. These shapes. Vulpine, I imagine, would be more slender. Life. I think, if I remember correctly, it had like samurai armor as well. Sure. We all know Victor's true love was Ezra. You know, you got me. It was 100%. That's why he was so sad when they were not there anymore. Yeah, the greatest bromance. His jowls a little bit too high on there, and I think that they would have more of the hanging off. That's kind of what gives it that Vulpine look. Vulpine. Crispine. Speaking of Crispine, how's everybody feel about the new D&D movie coming out? I really want to like it, but I also really don't want to encourage Hasbro. Does anybody have feelings one way or the other? Love the Tushen. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. It was fun. It was a fun nod to the past and seeing those characters and seeing the Tushen. I think it's Tushen, maybe? I don't know. It's not my forte to remember. Whatever, you just like talking sweet. Shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah, I just had to send another message afterwards saying instead of my darling, it was Gollum going, my darling, precious. Googie just sees rockings and smackings on his poor tender head. Inspiration for anybody who knows what that came from. Movie. Love crunches? I almost choked. He calls him the Tushy Tushin. A good one, Bosco. I'm reading back up, trying to catch up. Yeah, I agree, Bosco. I want to see it, but I don't want to give him my money. Maybe we all pay for one ticket in a drive-thru and then just watch it through binoculars. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good and does well. Good. Yeah. Ignore it as politely as you can.
We like them raw and wriggling through our fingers.
Gollum's the best. Probably one of my favorite character explorations in Andy Serkis. I feel like, and speaking of Andy Serkis, if you've watched, I assume everybody has had a chance to watch the most recent Andor. Have you guys watched the most recent Andor? If not, I will shut up now. You guys have approximately 45 seconds to tell me yes or no, otherwise I'm going to continue. So, spoiler warnings ahead. We sell Magic the Gathering singles to get the money for the movie. Yeah. Well, I think it's just, yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but it's just really weird to me that they would try and monetize D&D the same way that they would try and monetize a video game. Like, I don't know, apples and oranges. We both do a good call. Oh, yeah. I love it. I
loves it.
When I was in high school, that was one of my go-to voices. We'll have to have a meeting of the golems one day. Speaking of stuff, I think, no, I won't say anything on the other side, but hoping to go to PAX this year. So if anybody's in attendance on PAX East in March, I think, I'll hopefully be there. Alright, we're gonna give a Samwise Gamgee type. I don't want to put backpacks on them because I feel like that's just going to take up a lot of space. So from a design perspective, just know that they probably have packs. They probably have Explorers packs. We're not going to put them in there. Alright, sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Challenge for the day. Tell someone you care about them that you love them. That's right. Tell someone in your life how you feel, because life's too short. Sometimes you don't get a second chance. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry to make that dark. I didn't mean to make that dark. Where's it this year in Jersey? Let me see. I was only just talking about it recently with Colby and Dallin. Let's see. This is PAX East. You'll find that I yeah, when it comes to scheduling stuff, it's kind of like I go with the flow a lot. March 23rd to 26th at the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center. This is in Boston, Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Yeah. Apparently we're going to be saying everything a little weird today. Innately invisible. I agree, Bosco. I agree. And like whenever it's really dumb, but like for a long time I always was like, hey, I gotta represent logically what they would be carrying on their back at all times. So like all my characters would have backpacks. Whoops. All of them would have like their potions on their hip. All of them would have this. So like whenever I did my Hero Forge, it was just like an insane amount of crap on their back that you never got to see their cool cloaks or tunics or any of that stuff. All right, beret. So we're gonna have a little hobbit ears. Got a little beret. Starting here and kind of going off the side. And we'll have the little curly hairs here. And we got the ear here. And this is shoulder. Got his arm. He's gonna have. Let's see, what kind of attire would our chef be wearing? Would he be? No, he wouldn't be cooking in the buff. That's right. Samwise, he's an exception. Because when he rolls down hills, when he gets shot at by Urukai, something's got to stop him. It's like in PUBG, you got the little butt pan. Butt pan saves lives. Let's see, so we've got the elf with leaf plate. Oh, the leaf plate's going to be... I'm going to have to figure that one out. That one's going to be a little harder. Oh, that's right, they had a Patsy. The Patsy was the one with the big pack. And then the gelatinous cube was going to be on the edge of all of this. And everyone was kind of like avoiding touching it because they didn't want to get all dissolved. Let's see, we're going to bring this in actually. Because a pack, usually when you cinch these down, are going to be a little fluffy. If you have a bedroll or something at the top. Short sleeve chef coat. Got it. And now I'm curious, is the voice of this by chance let's get this in there. What famous chef voice? I'm not gonna put my opinion out there until I hear everybody else's. What would be his if you were to get any famous chef to voice over? Uh-oh, am I drawing on the wrong? Oh no. That's okay. We'll just merge these. No, we won't. Yes, we will. Maybe. No, we're gonna keep that one separate because reasons. Gordon Ramsay. Arsian French. I'm not familiar with that one. Let me look up. I might know their face. I'm a lot better with faces than I am French. Is that a person's name? Female or native resident of Paris or Paris? Person of France. Female person. Duff Goldman. Duff Goldman, yeah. Oh, it's just an archetype. Got it. A French person. Got it. I will not go into my stereotypical French voice because I don't know that it's good. Gordon Ramsay was hilarious. What are you doing up there, you tart? Alright, we'll do a little backpack here. Patsy. You're gonna barely see their head. And then they have a red shirt. Okay. Gonna pull that in. They're exchanging this cube. Alright, let's get some perspective. Perspective is gonna go this way, so you're actually not gonna see the top of the cube like I originally thought. I'm gonna pull that in. It's gonna be an interesting one because I don't know if I've ever done a gelatinous cube. I have some ideas though. I have some ideas on what things that we might be able to do. Now, I can't remember. This gelatinous cube, did it have a fedora on? Bosco, you're on the right track too. Didn't have like a Viking helmet. It had some kind of helmet. I can't remember if it was your typical like opera helmet. Or like what the, I don't remember what kind of helmet it was. If you guys remember, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to do the stereotypical Viking. What's his name? Oh, make that go down. Hiccup's mother's breastplate hat. Top hat or one of the two. Okay, so maybe top hat. We're going top hat, question mark, Viking. Because in here I have a little fedora, but I don't remember. Like kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. Yes. I can't remember. Did Bugs Bunny say, was that was Flight of the Valkyrie? In did they end up saying that one? I don't remember. That just always comes to my mind whenever I play DMZ and that plays. DMZ being the game Call of Duty, in case anyone's curious. Another random thing that I'm curious if you guys have any feedback on. I actually did just pick up a Valve Index VR headset, and I would like to see if anyone has any good recommendations for VR games to start with. I'm excited to make myself sick. Kids back there busting mad moves. Yeah. I don't doubt it. Unfortunately, I don't have the screen close enough that I can see should there be any visitors behind me. All right. I'm going to try and keep this shape by its own shape. Oh, it's this shape that I need to keep the own shape. Bollocks. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. We're gonna merge these. We're gonna merge these. We're gonna work around it. It's like traditional art. We don't have the convenience of layers all the time. So sometimes we gotta improvise. Yeah. I just want to say as well, guys, I am always looking forward to Fridays when we get to just sit down and chill, to hang out, chat, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Better than a green screen. Yeah. I feel that. I actually had one that I use frequently, but I got tired of it. And actually, you'd probably have noticed that the background has probably changed significantly, as well as the noise levels of the Taco Bell bag. Hey, you with the face. Get your food out of here. Get your food out of here. You know better. Guys, I failed as a parent. She's trying to eat Taco Bell at the computer desk. What should the punishment be?
Ow! You can never take my cat
Her
away.
fate is in your hands. Hey, all hail the chalupa. What'd you get?
I got the 2 tacos I usually get. The hard one.
Oh, she got the hard shell tacos. She's recently graduated from cheese roll-ups to hard shell tacos and the chalupas.
Soft tacos.
You really want to play modded Skyrim VR? I think that'd be so much fun, Bosco. There was one I saw that they had like My Little Pony replaced all the dragons, and so like wherever you were at, the dragons would be represented by like Pinkie Pie, and she'd be flaming, eating things, all the fun. I think that'd be really cool. Okay. All right. So back to this. We've got that's your red shirt. These guys are kind of be a little bit blurred too, so because that's just the way that the camera is gonna work. How do I want to do this? Maybe we're gonna paint in some silhouettes. Okay. So I'm not gonna be super detailed on the guys in the foreground, but we're gonna get some general shapes. I want to make sure that it feels like it has a solid ground to walk on, because again, we don't want to frost that batter. I don't know about you, but frosted batter sounds disgusting. Really mushy in the texture. I can use lots of other triggering words, but I will not. I will abstain. And this guy's nose apparently is stronger. I don't feel like elves. I don't know. Do you think there is an elf out there that has a strongly pronounced like forehead, like kind of that Neanderthal-esque? Pinkie Pie, Alduin. Yeah. Yeah, My Little Pony Skyrim VR would be so awesome. 6-year-old is obsessed with their Mexican pizza. Oh yeah. Honestly, I this might be. I might need to go and change my ways, but I've never had a Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. Once I discovered the chalupa and the gordita and the Crunchwrap Supreme, I have this thing. I'll like buy everything on the menu the first time I go there. This doesn't count for Taco Bell because Taco Bell's been around forever. But when I find the thing I like stick with the same thing forever. Until it becomes a not safe texture, gross, whatever. And then we make a change. It kind of looks seedy. I don't want him to look like he's trying to rip him off. His shoulder's going to be forward. His hand's going to be behind here. We're going to be shaking hands. That perspective's just a little bit odd. But I think it'll work. Okay. This guy's got a really pronounced chin. I'm not going to say it's without merit that a elf... You know what it is? I made his back of his head too shallow, so he looks like he's a flat face. I think that's what it is. I think that's why his head shape and his face shape is bugging me, because I'm trying to shove everything forward toward the front of his face. Okay, Bosco, who I want to throw out was a disappointing final boss. Alduin was boring, and my Mace and Shield character beat him. Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed the Morrowind stuff way back in the day, and I have bought Skyrim 5 or 6 times now, and I have yet to play it. It stems from, and I think that I've resolved that I don't need to play them in order. Morrowind 3, I don't have to finish that one to play Oblivion, to play etc. But it's the same reason why I was stuck on, or I'm still stuck on Witcher 1, because I have to finish Witcher 1 to play Witcher 2 and then Witcher 3. So, how about you guys? Do you guys have any of those weird, kind of dumb OCDs? I won't call them dumb. Do you have any OCDs that are quirks, things that you just can't get past, that it's uncomfortable to let go? I think it's FOMO, honestly, fear of missing out. I fear that I'm gonna miss out on some key event and then I'm gonna be left out of the loop in the next game, or I'm gonna make a decision that I didn't like, and yeah, that makes it really hard to choose. Let's see. Back. Bosco, dude, I could just eat the chalupa bread plain. I agree. That's good stuff. Chalupas. Brian, I'm spoiled. I have a serious, legit Mexican restaurant. Oh, I'm so jealous. That sounds good. Dragon Ball DLC for Skyrim. The Oblivion is boss as hell. Yeah. Free bosso. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Yeah, that's one that I'm trying to faithfully go through. I'm stuck though. I stopped playing for a little bit, and the one thing about The Witcher 1 it's not very forgiving is it's very clunky. The controls, I feel like, are very clunky, and I've all but forgotten how to use half of the things that are in there. And I stopped at a part where you're trying to kill a mob boss and there's like a million guys that come in, and yeah, it was not the place to put it on pause for several months. It will relentlessly fight a boss nonstop until I will relentlessly fight a boss nonstop until it's dead. I have an issue with defeat. I agree, Bosco. It's a puzzle. It's the Dead Souls. So do you enjoy the Dead Souls, Dark Souls? Elden Ring. Because I'm very similar in that aspect. You can respect the FOMO. On the way with Critical Role campaign. I agree, Tanaka Joe. Have you watched any of the new stuff on Amazon Prime for the new season? I think I'm gonna do like a Viking breed here. That's kind of Elven, right? This is the way I wish I could do my hair, but my hair's not thick enough on top. I haven't unfortunately never played Dark Souls or Elden Ring. You might like them. Dallin actually turned me on to getting into some of those. I just got a PlayStation 5 recently, or like last year or something, so that I could play Ghost of Tsushima. And that one is also very unforgiving, but it's so beautiful. It is such a gorgeous game. Or if you've ever played Horizon Zero Dawn, another one I can definitely recommend. Final Fantasy, I remember that was one of the games that I feel like some of those boss fights, when it goes and then you have that transformation and it goes into second phase, third phase, fourth phase, I'd play those like all day long. And it's just, oh, it was so hard to just put down. All right. I'm not so sure. I enjoy some chiptune, but I'm not digging this right now. Let's go. Give me a second. I'm gonna go to a different playlist. I think I need something different. Let's try Ignition. That one's feeling a little sinister. I want a Candy Shop. Oh, that was probably Christmas, isn't it? Sure. Kind of chill jazz, chill hop. That's too much Christmas. I need something. We don't need Skrillex. We don't need dubstep. I need something like epic. And I really wish I could play. Yeah, I like this one. Right track. Wish I could play some Fat Rat. Any of those? Any good? Anyone listen to Fat Rat? Okay, let's see. Hold on, I gotta catch up here because I just jumped pages. All the way through the second season of Vox Machina. Wait and see where everyone else is. Oh, I am halfway through on season 2. Give me a second. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it, and I know as soon as I unmute, I'm gonna sneeze. It's creeping up on me. All right, so just be warned. Headphone warning. This is your 5-minute headphone warning that I'm gonna sneeze at some point. So my daughter overheard us watching Legend Vox Machina, and now she says she's Grog. Hello, my name's Grog. Grog Scrongjaw. Oh, Pike. I love Grog's character. He did such a good job. Like, and I think in the campaign itself, watching it, he was one of my favorites as well. I just love his heart of gold, and the idea that like someone so big and strong, or someone who's of his stature, can have such vulnerable like genuineness to him, even if it's like a, what do you call it, some might call it like a what is the word I'm looking for? Naivety. Naivety? Is that a word? But Travis, yeah, he's such an awesome guy. Roll the 4 again with a different die. Okay, so we still got 4. That's what this one is. So let's see what number 4 is on this list, or on this playlist. This is number 4. Up and Down Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Close some of these other pages just to make sure we don't have ads pop up and get us demonetized. You're really enjoying it. Oh, hold on. You don't like some of the changes they made. But I understand you changed the transition. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely some points where it was just kind of like, yeah, like that didn't translate well for me. But there's other things that I love, like when they're talking about the beard thing, and he gets his beard, and when they're talking, such a funny, like his voice and the glee that Travis captured in the voiceover is so good, so much good. I think my fiance is only in it for Scanlan. Yeah, Scanlan's a pretty cool dude. He's a pretty cool dude. Halfway through season 2, also got a nice dice. I ordered my dedicated set of Shadowrun D6s today. My name is Brian, and I'm a dice addict. It's been 7 hours since I last ordered more dice. Bosco, Travis Subs, one of my favorite cast members. Him and Liam, I agree. Liam is just such a genuine person. And I think honestly that's why I like a lot of them, and I feel like kindred spirits, or you can definitely feel a kinship to each of them. That vulnerability. The Feywild episode that's still in your future made you laugh irrationally hard. Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin anything, but yes, that episode, particularly with Trinket. Oh, I was laughing so hard. My wife, both me and my wife were in stitches. All right. Let's see if I can get more. I gotta commit to some of these lines, commit to pushing some of this, because right now I'm floundering. So let's get some of this in here. So the samurai, I don't want to put a samurai hilt there because it would be an unfortunate placement. And it's a nodachi, if I remember correctly. So maybe you wouldn't really draw a nodachi from your back, would you? I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, young one. I'm doing a great job. So executive producer over here. Go in the other room. She's that's my youngest. She's yeah. She's silly. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Tanaka Joe rewatching Exam. Oh, Calamity. I need to finish that. The first episode had me just like, my mind exploded, but I was watching it at like 2 a.m. I need to finish it. It's not an addiction. It's a healthy habit. That's right. Hello, Brian. Welcome to Dice Haven't Purchased in a While Anonymous. We are here to enable you to buy more dice. You've seen that dice set you've been looking at for a while? You should go pick it up for yourself. You deserve it. Brennan is a genius. Naginata. That's right. Not a nodachi. Naginata is the longest one, isn't it? They're like 6 feet long. I'm getting all my swords all mixed up in my head. Because you have your katana, that's more of your kind of long sword. You have your... yeah, I don't know. It's not coming to my brain today. I'm not even going to try. I will trust that you guys know. We will go with it. Let's see, the eyes of this one. Kind of feels a little weaselly. I'm not sure. I think maybe it's because this nose is downturned. If anyone watches TikTok, it looks like the greyhound dog. Can I do it for you? All right, we're almost 30 minutes left. I need to start making some serious commitments to this. Well, we might be doing this again next week. Or the week after, or whenever we end up doing it. Hey, Kofiri, what's up, man? Welcome. That's Kofiri on TikTok. Or not TikTok, on Twitch. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks for your support. All right, we're gonna go and we're gonna switch back again. I'm gonna go ahead and take these foreground characters. We're gonna put these guys together. And then we're gonna go ahead and what? I think I put these in the wrong place. Why not sketch? Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Ignore me. Okay, so there's the vignette. This is why working with lots of layers is usually a bad idea, because then you tend to end up with a lot of layers. You're not sure where things are at and what is going on. Okay, so these guys are all going to be together. I'm going to knock that down. Get a feeling for how those are fitting into the composition. I feel like we're still getting that kind of like scoop. My worry is that if they're too bright, it might draw your attention down to the bottom of the page. We'll see. From TikTok, I know. I'm sorry, Kofiri. I have TikTok on the brain at all times. Yeah, Brennan's opener for Exandria Unlimited Calamity. Like, granted, like a lot of the lore and the gravitas and things, like having a familiarity with the world itself of what they were going into definitely gives them a leg up. But that to me was a masterclass in like hook, line, and sinker, getting you like in the action and drawn into the story and immediately like invested in the story. It was so good. Glaive, not sword. Thanks, Bosco. Oh yeah, Naginata's the glaive. So is it the Nodachi, the long one? Odachi, not Nodachi. Odachi. Yeah, effing big katana. That's right. Big friendly sword. The BFG, the big effing gun. From foreground line art. From you can do hard things, Fuzzy. Preston. Sorry, Fuzzy's my game name. Doom. Brennan is far superior. Oh yeah, he does so good. Great improv, his lore retention, and he is brilliant. Like on the spot, he'll be like, rattle out these random facts about like why when you fished in this one area, you got this specific type of fish. And did you know that this is the spawning and like how the entire like lineage of these fish for the last 10,000 years? And you go look it up online and like, it was like he's reading from an encyclopedia. It blows my mind how much that man knows. He is a genius. Yeah, and Brian, I think that is too. Like, I think the reason that I'm kind of back and forth. I really love Matt's ability to world build. I respect it, and I feel like that his ability to again craft and pull in stories and different things. I think that he does a fantastic job. And I think Brennan being in that world, I've seen some of the other stuff. And again, I haven't seen everything that Brennan's done. But the things that I have seen have been very entertaining, and they've been very like punchy and very, it's all there. And I think that it's really cool to see DMs of, and I don't want to say that caliber, because there's plenty of DMs that do things better than they do that aren't famous. And vice versa, right? Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. But they both have mad respect for me. Music is popping. Good. Is it popping in a bad way, or is it popping in a good way? Hopefully in a good way. Because if it's clipping, as in audio popping, clipping, let me know. Okay, so these are still the line right here. What do we want to do? And in case you haven't noticed, I am actively trying to make sure not having any unfortunate placement of branches or other things, because gotta keep PG. Good popping. Good. Don't get him started on ravens as well. You're getting an earful. Oh, right. Ravens are so cool. We have a million of them around in my house, and I secretly want to befriend them and see if they'll bring me shiny things. I guess it's not secretly, because now everybody knows. So if you come to my neighborhood and there's a million crows everywhere, or not crows, a million ravens specifically, because these are the larger variety, not the little tiny crows. You can also teach them to talk. It's pretty sweet. Bribe my players with food. They can't interrupt the narration if their mouths are full. That is next level play. That is 200 IQ play there. I hadn't thought of it that way. All too often, I feel like I try and bribe the DM with food, but the DM turning that on us and bribing us with food? Unheard of. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do here is kind of like a scale, as in like a dragon scale, right? Will be these kind of like plates that kind of interlock with one another and go kind of under, because then I don't have to worry about the any genitalia for this tree, because trees don't have genitalia. And my brain trying to anthropomorphize, humanize, personify, whatever that is. I want to make sure that I don't, yeah, that's where we're going with it, I think. Oh, let's see. How does that work on Roll20 though? DoorDash. It gets really expensive, but you can send them snacks. And honestly, that's one thing that I've always struggled with as a DM is in person, it's really easy to read someone and play off of them. But online, I feel like that's a whole different ball game to try and keep everyone engaged. And I think that's an unrealistic expectation I have of myself as well, is that, you know, having everybody all the time feeling like they don't have to worry about phones being pulled out, looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram. You know, it's this table expectations. It's really hard. Yes, pointing wood. I knew it. I knew we'd get some. Here, we'll give it some branchy qualities. And I was also thinking maybe down here, you'd have not clubfoot, but maybe that'll make it feel a little less like a root. You know what I mean? Like the tree roots of a mangrove tree. It kind of, as it kind of spreads out and splays the toes as it kind of goes. I think that'd be kind of cool. Did I hit the right button? Yes, I did. I am Groot. You're Groot. No, I'm Groot. Speaking of Groot,
I'm both Groot.
well, and specifically Vin Diesel. Have you guys heard that there is a new? They're pitching a new Chronicles of Riddick. Gotta have massive trunk legs. Yes. Hand out level ups for the Nissan's spicy pork ramen noodles. Yes. That's where it's at. I've recently been trying to do some of those. Again, I'm a TikTok addict, so I apologize. Some of the recipes for the different ways to dress up your ramen. Some are pretty good. Some are pretty dang good. One that I thought was really interesting is if you crack an egg, you scramble it, and then you make the ramen and you dump the egg in slowly. Instead of doing what an egg drop soup would do if you have like the cornstarch in the water where it's kind of thicker and it creates those ribbons, right? I thought it was interesting because it does, for the egg whites specifically. And this one I scrambled it and I put it in. It like just incorporated into it like as though it was part of the broth. It was really interesting. Yeah, more Chronicles of Riddick, right? He's putting the goggles on. I am so hoping that comes to fruition because I loved Chronicles of Riddick. In so much, please hold. I've been caught. You guys can see that I'm wearing sweatpants. Don't tell anybody I'm wearing sweatpants. Behold. The Riddick blade. So this, the fun fact about this is one of their replica blades that they made, and I just loved everything about like the holster on his back, all that kind of stuff. But I accidentally bought this when I was a long time ago. I was confessions. I have a confession to make. I was running up other people's bids on eBay because I was bored and I was a teenager, and I didn't realize that once they stop bidding, you have to pay for it. So this is how I got this. A little bit overpriced, but it was an eBay purchase many, many years ago. Kewpie mayo. Oh yeah. Egg and mayo in our ramen. Ooh. So the Kewpie mayo. Yeah, that's the special mayo that you get from World Market. Yeah. I recently bought the, what is that called? There's a special pancake, and then they have this, it's like a barbecue sauce. The name escapes me. But it's super, super savory. It's like a savory pancake. Miss Tinarker Joe loves Nong Shim's spicy lobster bowls. I haven't tried those. Those sound really good. So now, let's settle this. Chicken ramen or beef ramen? Choose beef ramen, you're heathen. Nah, I'm just joking. But I prefer chicken over the beef ones. If we're talking like cheap ramen, Nissan or Maruchan or whatever, Top Ramen. I don't know. That and this, I can't get into the other ones. Mix them, taste like pork. Which one? See, Kewpie mayo is recent. Fine for me. Not really impressed, but still good. Okay. Put miso paste in your ramen all the time. Ooh, miso's so good. with an egg yolk. Chicken by KO, first round. That's right. I don't even give anybody a chance to vote. I'm just like, nope. Beef, you're out. I need to remember in my brain that half of this stuff is not going to be visible. You just need to commit to it. Draw something, and then we'll put some values in there, and your brain will make up the rest of it. Because this actually goes up this way. It doesn't go that way. I need to remember not to do the other stuff. Night. Love you. See you, kid. Okay. I wonder, do you think this Kaiju Twig Blight, Mr. D&D Bob Ross himself? Why, thank you. Welcome. Sorry. Don't demonetize us. This is not a happy little tree. I wonder if this is in Glitterbug's domain out in Hollowbend Sanctum. I could see something like this happening. Beef, but I prefer pork over both. Okay. I could see that. Pork is a good contender. I still like the chicken one. It's a classic. It's a hangry accident. That's right. While we're speaking of foods of convenience and possibly foods you've had in college, food you've had when, if you've ever, I think we've all been in that space where I don't have 2 nickels to rub together and can barely make ends meet. 10-cent ramen is your friend, and quesadillas became a staple for a long time. It's tortillas, cheese, that rice, and cream of mushroom soup when I was in college. That I like my monthly bill for food was like $80. It was like I ate almost nothing. It was not good. Hello. Are you having fun? Hey, this is the noisemaker himself. Say hi. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Thanks, buddy. Can you stop playing with that? No. Alright, bye. Come on. Go have some fun out there. Yeah, welcome. Hello, Eric. AKA Kofiri. So Kofiri says pork. I just saw that. I'm sorry, Kofiri. I did not see the other chat. He's now joined us on the YouTubes. But I agree, Bart. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Just having some good old-fashioned fun. So I'm wondering too, like, you know how the vascularity in the arm when somebody works out a lot, I don't have it obviously, but when somebody has like the popping veins when they're kind of ripped, do you think the same thing happens to twig blights? Do they get vines that like pop out when they're swollen? Canned tuna. Oh, tuna melts. Those were like weekend, you know, you want to treat yourself. I'd take the canned tuna, some cheese, a little bread, throw that in the broiler. So good. All your roommates hate you because it smells horrible, but it's delicious. Engorged Park. Oh no. That's yes. That's all I'm gonna say with that. Yes. Might have to go. Mrs. wants to watch a movie. That's A-okay, Joe. We appreciate the time you have spent with us. Tell the missus that we say hello, and whatever movie you watch, I hope that you enjoy the cinema. Come back and let us know if we should watch it or not. We'll be gone by then. We've got another 15 minutes of the stream, so again, I appreciate all you guys' support, being here tonight. I have a lot of fun with these, so it's a lot of cool. Vine veins, yeah, like that's it. Or what's his name? Bane? No, from Batman. Uses the juice and like makes him stronger. Bane, right? I'm going to say Twig Blight is exactly what it says on the tin. I don't see them throwing up a lot of weight. Twig, that's fair. That's fair. So if a Twig Blight, we're asking philosophical questions while we're at it, right? If a Twig Blight gets swole, do they cease to become a Twig Blight? Do they become a Log Blight? Are they a Stick Blight? Bane, yeah, the one, yeah, Bane, when he gets like all swole. That's kind of what I imagine with these guys when they do like magical stuff. You just start seeing the vines begin to like have that magic course through them. I'm sure there's a magic casting Twig Blight out there somewhere. A Cedar Blight. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, Vienna sausages. I had a friend growing up that really loved them. Definitely see that. Okay. So what are you guys' I know that we have a couple folks here that do play Magic the Gathering. I've had a lot of Magic the Gathering in my news feeds recently. I have not looked very closely, but I've heard that they're doing very well with the most recent release. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you agree with the sentiment? Do you feel like it's overhyped? What do you feel like? I'm curious. I'm gonna give him a chip on his shoulder because why else would he be so angry unless he had a chip on his shoulder? Okay, we're gonna give him some more vines. All right. So now that we've got our line art, let's make sure that we didn't put this anywhere else because that would be unfortunate. Perfect. I'm going to create a new layer here. We're going to go ahead and make a clipping mask so that as we go through this exercise, hopefully this clipping mask will only clip the lines and we can play around with the colors here. This is where it gets kind of interesting because we can start to make some interesting shapes, interesting colors in the body with a little more depth than just black. I don't like to put black in paintings and pictures unless I absolutely have to. Phyrexia, All Will Be One is a great set, but I hate poison counters. Yeah, I've heard that it's a very polarizing deck. That it's when it's like they've done really great as far as profits are concerned, but might be too light. Let's try and go into, so it says warm light. Here's another, we're going to go into color theory here just for a second because I'm a art nerd. Whenever you have a warm light, generally you're going to have a cool shadow. So right now our light is very warm, so most of my shadows are going to be cool. So when I push this look into the shadow for the for this, I don't want to use the same green on this side that I would on the back side because they're going to react differently to the light itself. So that's brief color theory by Preston, which means absolutely nothing, but hopefully help somebody. I play most Commander, and poison in Commander is not really healthy for the format. Standard is happy. I'm trying to remember the deck that I used to play. I think it was a red. Either red or green. I don't know. It's been so long. I need to pick it up again. I really enjoyed At least Magic the Gathering Online. I didn't play a whole lot in person as a kid. Same thing with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and every other trading card game that I ever did. I always like collected the cards, but never actually played. Like Yu-Gi-Oh was the only one of those, and I guess Magic. I played Magic a fistful of times, but I just didn't have any friends that played it. They were all just like wanted to collect the cards, but not actually do anything with them. All right, got some more colors here. I'm gonna go ahead and push this into the warmth, the warm spectrum, and give it a little bit of brightness. Oh, that's why this isn't working the way I thought it would. That makes more sense. Had the wrong thing selected. We're gonna make this ramp up the opacity. We're gonna make it a little bigger as well, and then we're gonna start to paint some of these in. Again, just trying to give the illusion of light and space and colors, and to knock some of those colors back, because if they're too bright, it just sucks your eye right in, and that's no good because we want to direct your eye in other places right now. I have a problem that I'm actually sitting in almost 30 commander decks. Holy smokes, that's a lot of decks. Is that in Magic the Gathering? Is that the online, or is that in person? Either way, that's a lot of cards. Actually, just found on that same subject, I just found my collection. I couldn't remember where I had put it, and I actually found a box just this last week with all my cards in them. 100 card decks, physical. Nice, nice. That's one thing. Yeah, I wish I was better at. I envy you, Bosco, in having that the capability to create the decks physically. I can do it digitally, but for some reason, physically, I just play with like the pre-built ones because I don't know if I'm just lazy or I don't know, something. It is what it is. I think that's really cool. All right, let's paint this. We're gonna get in some hard rounds. Didn't get as far as I was hoping today, but again, we can come back to this. I'm enjoying the conversation, just letting this thing creep up on us and see where this Twig Blight goes. I kind of fill these in so that way it's easier to see what things are. Maybe get some variation. That's one thing that I think the hardest part about trees is having that natural feel. They usually with trees you kind of have that fingering effect where that sounds wrong. I'm gonna retract that statement. The effect where they kind of reach up towards the boughs hang down because of weight, but they're always kind of growing up towards the sun to get the stuff in there. Hi, Fia. And trying to just make it so that they get the most sun, right? They're trying to get the leaves to face that direction. Put that out. But sometimes it's just a little weird, a little janky. So maybe we'll come back to this one next week. Maybe we can try some other warm-ups. That way we get more of the community, the things they want to see. Just let us know what you guys want to do. We'll make it happen. We got 6 minutes. What can I do in 6 minutes? Okay. Come on. We can do something cool. We're gonna go dark. Nope, that is not what it is. I'm gonna darken up some of these interior lines, bring some weight. some of the darker parts to really give it that sharpness. Contrast. Line weight. All the things. All the things. You actually make them theme decks, and mostly my favorite deck is a food deck. And a deck I made designed around Bosco himself. Nice. The color the tiefling purple. How's the food deck work? Okay. So we've got the sharpness in there. Starting to knock that back. So now I think I don't think we're gonna do rendering just yet. Let me make sure I get the rest of these small areas blocked in, and then we can do some more lighting and colors and all that stuff. Let's lock that transparency. If you can hear my youngest taunting the dog. All right. Keep cranks. Got this. Oh. So what else you guys have in the last couple minutes? We've creeping up on. Anybody played the Hogwarts Legacy that came out? I know there's been some controversy surrounding it. I was living under a rock apparently, and didn't really hear much until I've been playing it. I really enjoyed it. I'll be honest. But it is unfortunate that celebrities of any area, sometimes they just need to be quiet. That's how I feel. I think that includes me. That includes anybody else. Sometimes it's best just not to participate in the discussion. Okay, so those ones are down there. We're gonna leave those ones dark. I feel like that's gonna be too bright if I bring those up higher. We've got our lighting there. We're gonna pull that one in. Okay, well, I think we're gonna call that one. We're gonna call this kind of where it's at today. I think we're gonna come back to it. Maybe not next week. Maybe next week. I don't know. Let me know what you think in Discord. If we want to come back to it or not. But I'll put this in the Discord so we can continue to kind of work in progress. Maybe we'll block in some of those guys. I'll maybe see about doing some stuff in between it now and then. But in the meantime, again, I appreciate you guys. Let me switch to this other camera view. I have this camera view. We don't use it very often, but this is the Let's Chat camera where I can sit a little more face to face with y'all. And apparently my daughter can photobomb. Can you stop, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm busy.
Color the teeth thing purple. That's where you're at, Bosco. I now connecting the dots in my head, what you were saying. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Bosco, Brian, Joe, Bart, Eric. The list goes on. Thank you guys for hanging out, whether it be in Twitch, whether it be here on YouTube. As always, if you guys are all mostly aware, anyone who's new to the channel, if you want to check it out, we do have our not live play, our pre-recorded games that we do offer on both podcasts and on YouTube. Feel free to check those out. We have a great Discord community, talks about D&D, a lot of nerdy stuff. Enjoy, and as you guys have experienced here, it's a great community. I love every last one of you, and I appreciate everything that you guys kind of bring to the community, and the just so supportive. You guys are the best. So thank you guys. Thank you, Bosco. I appreciate it out, and thanks for chatting. We'll catch you guys next time. Come with your ideas again. If you ever want to see something on stream, feel free to shout it out. We'll add it to the list, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming.